If you're a doctor, nurse, or aesthetic practitioner and you run a clinic or you have a private practice and you're not using KPIs, you're probably not making any money. KPIs are simple to introduce and they're an essential part of your strategy to work less and make more. Now, don't be put off by the term KPIs. If you drive a car, you're already using KPIs and you already know how important they are. In this video, I will explain what is meant by KPIs, why KPIs are vital to your health business or private practice, the 5 KPIs you should measure, and what you should do with your KPIs. So let's jump in, and towards the end I will give you a simple way to create a KPI dashboard and to incorporate KPIs into your health business. What are KPIs? KPIs are short for Key Performance Indicators. I like to think of KPIs like being the dials and instruments in your car. Things like the speedometer, the fuel gauge, your sat-nav, the oil temperature, the brake warning lights. You get the idea. Now, there are many fancy gauges in high-end cars that will give you fuel economy, range, average speed, average fuel consumption, but all cars have a basic set of instruments. All of us would agree that you'd never get into a car and drive it if none of the gauges were working. We wouldn't even consider that. We could run out of fuel and be left stranded. We might get lost and not know how to get to our destination or to get home. We might not know that our brakes are about to fail and we might crash. We need gauges and dials and warning lights in our car. Well, running a business without KPIs is pretty much the same. You run the risk of running out of cash, making a loss, going bankrupt if you don't pay attention to your KPIs. As a minimum, I think you need 5 basic KPIs. These are leads generated, conversions, sales, profit and loss, and cash flow. Let's start with leads generated. Effective lead generation is the lifeblood of sustaining and growing your practice. To measure this KPI, track the number of potential patients showing interest through various channels, such as online inquiries, referrals, people who walk in and ask about your clinic. Implement a robust customer relationship management system, a CRM, a system that can assist in monitoring and managing these leads. To get leads, you need engaging content on your website and social media. You should have educational webinars and in-person open events. Each can attract individuals seeking your treatments. But be careful. Unless you're clear about your niche, you may actually attract the wrong people. Overemphasis on the quantity of leads rather than the quality of your leads may lead to irrelevant leads. So ensure that your marketing efforts are targeted towards your specific patient demographic to avoid unnecessary costs. Next, we need to know about conversions. Once leads are generated, the conversion rate becomes crucial. This KPI evaluates the percentage of leads that transform into actual paying patients. Make full use of your CRM to track this transition, this conversion, and identify effective conversion strategies. You might consider providing educational content, maybe free consultations, and showcasing patient testimonials. These are all ways you can boost conversion rates. A personalised approach to patient communication addressing their concerns can significantly impact conversion rates. In this respect, building an email list and sending out personalised messaging is very effective. Conversions lead to sales. Tracking sales is fundamental for any business, and beyond the number of patients, consider the types of treatments and services being sold. Analysing this KPI allows for strategic planning, and it allows you to optimise revenue streams. You might want to consider offering package deals for multiple treatments, or introducing new services based on patient needs that can positively impact on sales. An example of this is actually adding shortwave diathermy or microsclerotherapy to your aesthetic practice. Regularly updating and upgrading treatment options can attract a wider range of patients who will actually spend more in your clinic. Profit and loss. Examining the profit and loss, the P&L statement, is crucial for maintaining financial health. This KPI involves understanding the revenue generated from your sales, deducting expenses, and assessing the overall profitability of your clinic. Keeping the P&L under regular scrutiny helps efficient resource allocation. Negotiating favourable vendor contracts and optimising operational processes can really positively impact P&L. Regularly review your expenses to identify areas for cost saving without compromising quality. If you ignore rising costs or you underestimate the overheads or fail to adapt in changes in demand, your P&L will suffer. Monthly P&L statements are a minimum, and a good bookkeeper is a great investment, unless of course you actually like generating the P&L statement yourself. Cash flow. While profitability is essential, even profitable businesses can go bust if they run out of cash. If you can't pay your staff and settle your bills, you will go bankrupt. You'll have to close your business. So maintaining a healthy cash flow is equally vital. You've heard the saying, cash is king. This KPI involves monitoring the inflow and outflow of cash to ensure the clinic's liquidity. To improve cash flow, you might want to consider offering flexible payment plan options for your patients. You might want to consider negotiating favourable payment terms with your suppliers. And you want to really regularly chase outstanding invoices from your patients and customers. Utilize technology for efficient billing and payment processes. Delayed payments from patients or failure to negotiate favourable terms with your suppliers can lead to cash flow challenges. Regularly monitor and address any bottlenecks in the payment cycle. Okay, so there you have it. The 5 KPIs that I think are essential. Leads generated, conversions, sales, profit and loss, and cash flow. And I've told you what you should do with the KPIs. Now at the beginning, I said I would tell you how to set up a KPI dashboard. For most people, myself included, a simple spreadsheet is sufficient. Create tabs for each KPI. Dedicate individual tabs or sheets in the spreadsheet for each KPI. This separation ensures clarity and ease of navigation. So, for example, have a leads generated tab, a conversion tab, and so on. Input your data regularly. Populate each tab with relevant data at least monthly. Use formulas to automatically calculate important ratios and percentages. Set realistic targets and benchmarks for each KPI, and include these in the spreadsheet to provide a quick reference point for evaluating performance against goals. Dedicate a section for commentary on notable trends or changes. In addition, devise action plans directly within the spreadsheet to address any deviations from the desired outcomes. Make sure you regularly study your KPI dashboard. Analyze trends, patterns, and sudden changes. This ongoing analysis allows you to make proactive decision-making and adjustments to strategies as they become needed. Don't wait until the end of the year to find out you're making a loss or that some of your treatments are not selling well. Consider sharing this information with relevant stakeholders. Now, depending on your clinic structure, share the KPI dashboard with your clinic team or your manager. This encourages transparency and aligns everybody with the clinic's performance goals. By adopting this straightforward yet comprehensive approach to a KPI spreadsheet, your clinic or your private practice can integrate data-driven decision-making into its operations. This method provides a cost-effective solution for tracking and responding to the crucial metrics of your healthcare business without complicated software. Before you start on your spreadsheet, just check your CRM software. It may already provide you with some or even all of the KPIs we've discussed. Now, I'd love to hear about you and your business. Are you a solopreneur health professional, or do you own a clinic? I hope you found this information valuable, and if you did, please consider hitting the like button. It really helps my channel. And check out all the links in the description box below. I hope to see you again soon, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and that way you won't miss my next video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for staying to the end.